Well, you know, we did say that we have correspondents spread all across Anambra State. Well, Charles Operum, our correspondent, is also on standby now. Well, Charles, you've given us one report yesterday. That's where I'd like you to start from. If there's been an improvement in the numbers, particularly of the party agents that you told us yesterday, about 50% of them, you said, were available in that meeting. I hope that number has improved, and then you can give us a brief of how far so far today.
All right, good morning, Ayo. So right now I'm standing in front of no problem. I'm standing in front of Nnewi markets in Agwata local government area. When I mean, I'm on my way to another location. But when I got here, of course, there was a market going on. But then, if you look behind me, you see that some of the market masters have come to face everybody away. They've told them to go and vote. So they've told the market women to go and vote. Originally, when we got here, some people were, their shops were open, they were selling, they were doing brisk business. But a couple minutes ago, some of the market masters got here and said, oh no, close down the shops, everybody go home and vote. If you don't vote, we are going to fine you 10,000 naira if we find you in this place. So it's very, very interesting because when I spoke to some of them, they were like, what is our business? We're not interested at all that. But now they've been forced to shut down their shops and leave the market. So that's what's happening here. But of course, on my way to this place, I saw different polling units. Some were open, people were coming, some voting had started. But I found this very fascinating because it was interesting that they were not interested in the election. They were more interested in doing their business. Ayo.
Interesting. Okay, well, now that that is that and the go vote is being enforced, Bukala has said that we hope we'll get to a point where we won't have to shut down the market simply because we want to go vote. But how far so far, really? Have the elections started at the certain places that you have been to? Because in Orca, where Jeffrey is, elections have started, and I can see even right now on the screen we're watching that elections have started in Orca, and that's in the second biggest polling area in Anambra State. What have you observed in terms of the arrival of INEC officials and all?
No, in some places, the INEC officials arrived. Like, for instance, in Amobia, where I was before, they arrived at 7:07 a.m. At Ekulobia, they had arrived in some of the polling units there, and down to this area. This is Ibuku. Some of the schools we passed, election officials were there. Yesterday, after his interview off the camera, I was talking with the INEC National Commissioner, and I asked him, I said, are you guys going to break a record with regards to the early arrival of voting materials? And he said, I promise you people 7 a.m. arrival time. And I said, okay, fine, that's fantastic, So I don't know how that is going to be possible. 7 a.m. as fast. But some of the places where we went to, the materials arrived on time. There's been no incidents recorded thus far. But as we continue to move along this road, we'll continue to watch, observe, and report back to the studio. Ayo.
Charles, I'm looking at the register tally on INEC's verified X handle here, and I can see that Agwata, where you are, has a total of 150,575 number of collected PVCs. But we can arrive at a fair, answer, maybe a bit too early, of what number would turn out, because I can see motorcyclists just riding past you where you are and people just going about their businesses. But what have you seen in terms of the electorate coming out to vote in the polling units in that area where you are? I can see the motorcyclists yet again.
Okay. All right, sorry. New set of people arrived. They are trying to find out who we are and all that. Okay, so far so good. Just like you pointed out, we are more focused on their business. In this part of the country, people tend to be very suspicious about people that they don't know. So off the camera, they are interacting with my cameraman. Just trying to take them more or less. I will soon leave this place. Sorry, we'll have to go down. We'll have to go. Yeah,
All right, thank you very much. Just please stay safe. And I know that you have a way of handling yourself, but just please stay safe. And